What's up, guys? My name's Dylan. I have a project called Silver Prism. I just put out a song called Up and Down, and I'm going to talk through a little bit about how the song was made, what the song's about. We're just going to listen through it together. It's going to be an amazing time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we might as well just get ripping. Also, obviously, the song is everywhere: YouTube, Spotify. I almost said iTunes, Apple Music. If you listen to Apple Music and you're not using Spotify, set up a GoFundMe so you can get therapy. Okay, let's check out the song. I'm listening to it on Spotify, by the way. Here we go. That was so loud. We got to fix a number of things here. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Call me out once again. You can see me, but a different you, in the same dumb shit that I always do.
All right, I'm already going to stop it there. So I wrote this song by myself, but brought it to David Southern to engineer and produce it. And really not a whole lot of this song changed, but David was a genius. David was a genius about layering and really just adding some great sparkle on the song, I guess is the best way I could put it. So in this first little bit, the lyrics, call me out once again, it's the same me, it's a different you. It's the same me and a different you and the same dumb shit that I always do. This could relate to a lot of different things, and of course, like, all songs are up for interpretation. Even for me, I can reinterpret my songs in different ways. But just this section, and really the entirety of the song, is a lot about how frequently we can find ourselves doing the same things, even though we might think we're changing our environment or think we're changing our behavior. We're really just doing the same old shit. Okay, I'm gonna shut the frick up.
Place my bets with what I know. In the same seeds that I always sow. Yelling so, baby, go, I know that something's got.
That part, I've flip-flopped between baby grow to follow up on the metaphor of planting seeds, but go, just flip. It had a better flow. I think that was probably something that David recommended when we were tracking vocals, so thanks, David.
I give, 'cause I'm going faster towards something I can't forgive. Where is my ever after? It's clear I built a castle. I'm an asshole for playing the king and wearing the crown.
Okay, worth stopping here for a couple of reasons. One, when I first wrote this song, I actually wrote this right after I watched the show Daisy Jones and the Six, and I was super inspired by that show. It just was a really interesting portrayal of like a band, and I don't know, just the songs that they wrote. And there was one song in particular that I freaking loved, and listened to it a whole bunch. But anyway, I got inspired by that song. I've always been enormously inspired by Jimmy Eat World. And when I was writing this, I was like, I want to take the vibe of Daisy Jones and the Six and the sound of Jimmy Eat World. And that's kind of how we got here. Except I always hated the chorus. And another shout out to David, because after his input on layering for the chorus, I now love this chorus. Yeah, so fun stuff. Let's go back into it.
Saying I know up from down. It's clear I built a castle. I'm an asshole for playing the king and wearing the crown. They're saying I know up from down, but I'm so down. I've gone too far once again, thinking someday this plane will land, but I'm in the air and there's no captain. You thought this was out.
Yeah, so a couple things going on in this second verse. Changed up the guitar bit, so it's less like open and flowy, which is the way the first verse was. This one's a little bit more of just like that palm muted bit, and it kind of has like this fun little riff at the end of each section, which there are 4. And yeah, David and I chose to like kind of flip-flop that riff between the guitars and the bass, and I really like how that turned out. I feel like it gives it a little bit of extra just oomph and dynamics. In terms of the vocals here, it's just carrying on that story, using a couple different metaphors of like kind of flying down a road, not really sure which way we're going. The visualization of like being in the air in a plane without a captain of the plane, said plane, which would be obviously terrifying. I hope to never be in an airplane that isn't being captained, piloted. Yeah, piloted. I think pilot is the right word. But oftentimes, that is what life feels like. Okay, let's keep going.
Be strong. But I'm in top gear and the road ain't long. There's someone saying, man, you don't belong. It's clear, I built a castle.
Also, that was a fun little ad lib that we added. That little, yeah, I know, and we did the take so many times, and David was like trying to get me to be really snarky, and I think we did get at the end of it. But it's one of those things where like tracking vocals, I feel like, is a lot like acting. Like you really have to get into character, and whether it means like making faces or like stretching out your body. Holy cow, that text just ruined my life. That was so loud. Sorry. But yeah, and David was a great director for that. I'm in his, vocal booth, and him just giving me cues to, get the right take. Anyway, let's rip.
And I saw them playing the king and wear the crown for saying I know up from down. It's clear, I built a castle. I'm an asshole for playing the king and wear the crown for saying I know up from down. But I'm so down. It's clear, I built a castle. I'm an asshole.
Okay, this is an interesting one. So obviously I typically write in a fairly pop format, which is, your intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, which is a chorus, with a little bit of deviation here and there. But I always feel a lot of pressure about how do you write a great bridge, because you can cop out easily on bridges when you're writing songs. And I kind of did with this song because I didn't really write a true bridge. I came up with this weird sort of like transitory section that's one chord, just like the root chord, E minor, and just slamming it. It's very short, and then it's like a section of the chorus with, the drums gone. And so it's this way of like creating dynamics that I think was a good way of breaking up sort of the standard flow of the song and going into the end. And then there's some other things that happen later on in this song that, again, I think make it logically make sense. But I didn't really go in on a bridge on this song. So anyway, let me know what you think about that. Okay, I got to say one more thing. I forgot about this in the chorus. A lot of times when I'm writing a song, it does, even though I'm a much more of like a riffy sort of music first person, it's always vocals first. Like great vocals, or I don't want to say that, it sounds way too self-aggrandizing, but I'll get like little lines in my head at various times of the day. I'll write them down, do a little voice memo or something. And that was definitely the case with this song. I think the chorus came first, and I just got this really audacious idea of I'm going to rhyme asshole and castle, which it works. It really does. And it's not something that you traditionally, I think, would come up with in terms of a rhyming scheme. Like, usually it's a word that rhymes with like E or U, traditional vowels, and those are real easy, or things that have a hard vowel in it, and it's easier to rhyme that. So I do feel some amount of pride about the asshole castle thing. Let me know what you think. Here we go.
Playing the king, wear the crown, for saying I know up from down. My fear is this disaster.
And then here, since that bridge section did kind of steal a section of the chorus, and then we just went to the chorus late, I wrote a second section to the chorus, and there's even like a third section. So again, rather than having a bridge, I sort of just took the chorus, started dissecting it, and allowing it to grow and continue the story in a way. So yeah, the chorus here continues with my fear is this disaster is coming faster, and there ain't no way that I'm gonna say that I'm gonna sit this one out, which is kind of like this interesting sort of turning the character of the song, turning his or hers back on this sort of concern that's elevated at the beginning of like, am I doing the right thing? Like, it feels like I don't even really know what I'm doing. And then at the end of this song, that whole like, the disaster's coming faster, but there's no way that I'm going to say no to this one, right? Which is sort of like the ignorance of the perilous journey of curiosity and energy that I usually feel very embodied by, and so may other people. Who knows? Let's listen to the song.
Coming faster, repairing the way. Then I'm gonna say that I'm gonna sit this one out. Up and down.
Really like this part of the song. Just that halftime, right? Boom.
Time up and down. And again.
Yeah, and that ending is sort of like the post-chorus / bridge section brought back to the end after the extended chorus, which has the halftime bits that go back to the full time. It's kind of a fun way to like mess around with the different parts of the song rather than like rewriting a whole new thing. So it's kind of trying to do more with less, I guess you could say. Anyway, that's all I've got for Up and Down. I hope y'all are enjoying it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this track. And I've got more coming. Hip Hip Hooray, Silver Prism, band on Instagram, Silver Prism on YouTube. And yeah, goodbye.